Phoenix, run, a different action in Phoenix. It could have been a wide open look. It turned into, basically a turnover, and then it's the worst play. Tonight, we score on it, and they foul, so then, this is a great play. Like, we don't know, if they defended that, if the next layer might have gotten jammed up. It is extremely difficult to generate an open shot on a side out of bounds, particularly a team that is well coached. They have great length. So we were just fortunate. Duncan made a great pass. Nico made a great cut. You just have to stick with the process. I thought the process in both times, were good. They're solid. You live with the results. But it was a karma game, that you end up getting that bucket. I thought it's the hardest we've played in any of the regular season games this season. And it's the message we tell our team all the time. That does not guarantee you anything. It doesn't. But you put yourself out there as a competitor. You give yourself the best collective chance to win in a tough building. This is a tough team, an experienced team, and it requires everybody on the roster playing as hard as they can, leaving it all out there, and then you obviously have to make plays, which we did at the end.
Your thoughts on Nico, one, executing that play, two, doing what he did off the bench, and the confidence you had in him to play him as a closer.
Yeah, and this is the standard now. I don't want to retreat. I don't want to have to do things to get something out of players. He was very good tonight. In the detail standpoint, the effort standpoint, rebounding, size, defending multiple efforts. I love that one possession with Anthony Edwards on the wing, and he closed him out. That could have been a flyby, leave a wide open step back three. Instead, he made another spin, another effort to contest it. Did that affect Anthony Edwards? I don't know. I'm just looking at the efforts. I'm looking at the process. And then that generates the karma of the game. Now the ball finds him, and he makes some really important plays. It wasn't only that play at the end. It was they were doing such a great job at denying Terry and Tyler. We didn't have any other triggers, and we rebounded, and Nico brought the ball up the court. He got a lob to Bam, and the next time down, he ends up finishing a tough layup against Gobert. But it's the karma of the game. You do the right things throughout the course of it. You hope the basketball gods, are watching. And that's at least what this old coach felt like tonight.
Especially with Jimmy out, you could see they were shading more Tyler. He had to play really, not out of doubles, just with an extra guy at him. What does that say about him, even with the turnovers, the fact that he was able to score and keep you guys afloat in a game when scoring was hard?
He's becoming so efficient. 15 shots and he scores 26 points. That's what we always talked about. With Jimmy has made a career of doing that. Tyler, kept us afloat at so many points during the game, and it also created some overreactions. They opposing teams have to scheme against him. They have to sometimes put two on the ball, or really extend all the way to half court. And I thought he managed that pressure throughout the course of the game very well. I know there are some terms that's the cost of doing business. If you're going to have the ball in your hands and you're required to make a bunch of plays, for our team. I was really pleased with his decision making, his play making, his scoring, his screening. The screen at the end on Gobert, I thought that was a really good screen. I don't think, even though he's added 14 pounds, I don't think he can toss Gobert like that. But those are the little details that I look for.
And last, there are two returning guys. Each made an impact. Can you give us a thought, one, on Kevin? And Kevin is a starter in his first game of the season. And then Jaime coming back and what he did for you after a week off.
Yeah, the UCLA boys. Sometimes these decisions, can go the other way. But I wanted a little bit more veteran presence going into a tough building, coming off 3 losses. And Kevin has really been prepping and preparing, and he just has a savviness and also his leadership, in these kind of times. I think that helps. And then Jaime, of course, he played his best game actually, before this happened. So you could see it. He made some timely plays on both ends of the court. You know, that last finish at the end of the third quarter, I don't know how he finished that with his left, but they were really jamming us up with their pressure, and he kind of created something out of nothing, and that's what he's able to do.
And that Kevin and Bam front court, is that something you like to see more, or is that more about a response to this
We're
game?
day to day, and I guess that's the best place to live, you know, right now.
And when you're developing a young player like Nikola, how big are moments like this where he's responding to adversity and performing the way he did in this game?
Yep, that's those were all good things. Love to see players develop some grit, you know, from an NBA season. Now he has the other thing. Can you deal with some success? It's only one game, so you know that's his next challenge.